Welcome to this walkthrough from the ClassPad series of activities by Hazeldean Publishing. This is for activity 17, slope or gradient, and what we are going to do is have a dynamic diagram to show how we calculate gradient or slope. So we're going to do this in eActivity, so we choose the eActivity app. And the first thing we do is we're going to have a geometry window, because this one builds on the previous activity midpoint. And we're going to do a very similar construction. So this is just a geometry window. I'm going to turn it around so we have our grid. I'm now going to choose my line segment tool. I'll just put in an example, tap twice to draw that. I want to tap on A and again down about there. And from there I want to tap on the B. So I've completed that triangle with a horizontal part and a vertical component. So now I want to go and change those, or insist that that is going to remain horizontal. So I'm going to choose this one here, set it to 0, that's the angle I want it, so it stays horizontal, and we do that, tap an open space, choose side BC, set that to, fix that to 90, it's already 90, that's good, tap an open space, and we've now selected them. To demonstrate how it happens, now we should be able to move this point, and we remain having that triangle with AC horizontal and VC vertical. Now the next thing I want to do is tap an open space. I want to tap on VC, and no I don't. We might leave that for the moment. So now we're going to go tap up into our eActivity window, and we're going to insert a geometry link. And now what I want to do is drag line segment BC, the length thereof, actually, yeah, that's fine. Drag BC up into here. And we've got that. It's not what we want. Undo. Tap an open space. BC. No. Okay, we're going to start with point A. Drag it up here. So we've got the coordinates of point A, minus 3, minus 2. Nice, so we can see that. Next we'll take point O. Come back into this window. Again we're going to insert another geometry link. And this time I want to drag in point B. And I'm going to insert a third geometry link. And this time tap an open space, now select AB, drag in AB so I get the equation of that line as well. There we go. Got our geometry link. Up in here we can put in a name. So I might call this slope for something better to name, but you can call it whatever you like. There are some other things we can do in there as well, but that will be enough for the moment. At this stage I want to save it, and I'll just go over this one already. I've done it before. Press save, overwrite it, okay, and it's now saved, so we're able to access it any time. Okay, so now in using this we can do things in different ways. So let's explore what happens when we drag points A and B around. Right, so now I can see a bit more to do. Tap here. Let's pick out the length and double click on the length icon. There it is, there is our rise. So actually what we can do is we'll call that's a length, so let's call that BC and save that. Now as well as that I want to pick up this distance here, which is obviously the run. Again double click, and I'm going to edit that to make it AC and save that. There we go. Now the gradient or the slope will be the rise, which is BC3 over AC6. Do remember however this is just lengths, so that if I tap an open space and drag A up here, select A, drag it up here, now the gradient is negative because it's going down to the right, and in this case here the gradient is negative 1/6 because it's a negative gradient going down. There we are, we've now created our eActivity. Again, one of the things we can do So I wanted to change this here. You can edit this value there and enter, and the points will change dynamically in the graph as well. So you can change in the diagram, or you can change in the geometry link.